So this is the Placitas in New Mexico. It's a little town, old town with little roads. It is very quaint. I really like it. And I'm on the Africa Twin Adventure Sports. 2019 Africa Twin Adventure Sports. Going through the little town of Placitas, and then I'm going to go on a dirt road if all goes well. It rained really heavily last night, so hopefully it hasn't washed away. I'm going to go on a little dirt road that goes back to Albuquerque. I really like these narrow roads. That old church is really cool, and these adobe buildings. This is basically what this motorcycle is made for: adventure riding. Can ride these little roads. It's really good on the roads. I've got the Anarchy Adventure tires on, they're really good on the roads, and they're somewhat good off-road. I had the Anarchy Wilds on first, but they're not great on the roads, and they wear out too quick. So I rode down to Albuquerque from Reno, Nevada, which is a little over 1,000 miles. So that, and then it's 1,000 miles back. If I had just kept the Wilds on, that would have been, we're back on 168, which is kind of weird and cool. I mean, it doesn't end, it turns into a dirt road. That house is really nice. I could live there, except he doesn't have a pool that I can see. I hope I am recording this with the GoPro, because I want the sped up version. My bike is on Nevada time, so it says 8:25. It's really 9:25. I've got to be back before noon, barring any trouble like getting stuck, falling down, or anything like that. Should be able to make it. So this is kind of a picturesque road all by itself, but then it turns into a dirt road, which is really cool. Hope this truck isn't going on the dirt road. I don't want to be behind him. What's going on here? He's turning off. Is he going to turn off? Because that would be ideal. I'm going to pass him. Pavement ends. So quick, pop it into gravel. I don't know what that does, but I've been putting it on gravel because supposedly this is a gravel road. and supposedly that's what this is for. I really would like to know what gravel does. The people that sold me the bike at Honda didn't know what it does, and I read the manual, but it doesn't really I didn't think it made it clear. So see, I had a Harley before this and I loved it, and I rode it all across many states. I did a lot of adventure touring in it, and I ended up riding on dirt roads, because like this one, you're on a normal scenic route and it ends, and then so I had to ride the Harley on it, but it really was not a good thing for that. Whereas this bike is made for this. Some spectacular sights on this road. Trying to remember to steer with my feet like they said. And stay up front on the motorcycle so that I don't have whiskey throttle on, and I'm not like constantly pulling myself onto the motorcycle. I wonder if I could have put up pegs on the Harley and I could have stood up, would have been, well, it was a 700-pound bike, but I wonder if I could have done some of this. I mean, there's areas up here we're going to get to where you couldn't do. It just doesn't have the clearance, and there wasn't any kind of non-street tires that you could put on that bike, because it had really wide tires and they just didn't make them that size. So the Anarchy adventure tires really are adventure tires. If you're going to go do like a 2,000-mile ride and then get to dirt, 1,000-mile ride and then get to dirt, that's what adventuring is. If you go and you go on street tires somewhere, and then you have the dirt tires waiting for you, and then you go on dirt, that doesn't really seem like an adventure to me. It'd be fun, but it's not seeing where the road takes you and riding with what you rode. Plus, I really don't have that kind of money to just have tires sent to me and stuff like that and then put them on. Could save up and get entire wheels and then just switch out the wheels, have the wheels sent to you and switch them out. Kind of want to get tubeless wheels for tubeless tires on this thing. It'd be kind of cool to do this on a bicycle. I'd like to get dropped off at the top and then ride down. Because riding up would be kind of a pain in the butt. This is why I have this bike. There's a hike I want to go to right here. I like this riding through the woods and on dirt more than I like riding in the open desert. But I like riding in the open desert also. These little bridges are cool. There's no water crossings on this trail, which would be kind of cool if there were. See, this part right here, my Harley couldn't do, even if I had dirt tires on it, because it just didn't have the clearance. And even if I knew how to ride a 700-pound bike on dirt. Recreational site. Yep, I'm already recreating. Man. There's a parking lot in the middle of nowhere, which is weird. Weird that they did that. You can't get to those parking lots except by this dirt road. And so you can't get there unless you get like a truck or an SUV. I wonder how different this would have been with just regular street tires. I mean, I imagine could have done most of this. I could have done all of it. Just wonder if it would have been more like been freaked out a little bit about it. I saw where they compared this bike to other off-road or other adventure bikes, but they didn't get the dirt tires for it. They just had the street tires on it that it comes with, and it still handled. They're like, yeah, if we'd gotten dirt tires, we liked it better, but it's still, even without the dirt tires, handled itself well. Thing is, I really don't have experience riding in the dirt, so I need to get the best tires I can. Well, or as good as I can that I can still ride on the street with. Trying to go on the outside on these curves just in case there's a vehicle coming the other way. There's a big old storm here last night. Wonder what these roads would have been like then. Probably would have wanted more exclusively off-road tires for that. I don't know. There's that view. Look at that. Stop here in a second and take a proper look. I don't know how to tell if this is recording or not. Okay. I don't think it's recording right now. Says recording. So those are mountains. Down there's where we came from. I think the hiking trail that we saw probably goes to the top of that, which would be really nice. Another time I'd like to come back and see this. Camera's busy. All right. Let's hope it is. Let's do this. Don't go off the edge of that cliff, please. That's really cool, though. Well, big puddles from last night. Go to the edge of this so we can look over the edge. Oh, not as spectacular as I thought. Let's see over here. Well, that's kind of cool. Look at that. There's a little parking spot in case you want to go take pictures and stuff. Wonder what I would do if a bear popped out. I'm pretty tall on this thing, so I imagine he wouldn't want to mess with me, even though it's all a facade. Yep, and that's the end of the dirt. All right, stop here.